Hello everyone. On behalf of State Council of Science, Technology and Environment, I would like to welcome all the viewers and especially class 10 students. I hope you will benefit a lot from this online class, and as for today I would like to deliver a lecture which I pick up from the class 10 mathematics textbook, and the name of that chapter is Surface Area and Volume. In this chapter we are concerned of finding the surface area and volume of three-dimensional object like cuboid, cube, cylinder, cone and sphere. These are the 5 objects we are concerned in this chapter. So moving forward, I would like to focus on these two surface area and volume. Before that, let me explain first area. Area is a space occupied by a flat shape of an object or two-dimensional object. For example, let me explain with the help of example. I hope you are familiar with rectangle. So this is a rectangle which is bounded by 4 lines, 1, 2, 3 and 4. As you can see, in between there is a space, so I can put through my fingers, right? So the space has not been occupied, so there we cannot talk about area. Area can be defined when this space has been occupied. That means if I put this sheet from behind, you see that this area has been occupied and my finger cannot go through this area. So this portion is called the area of the rectangle. Next, surface area. It is defined by measurement of total area of flat shape and curved surface of a 3-dimensional object. So why surface? In 3-dimensional object, let me take with a help example of a cuboid. As you can see, a cuboid, it has 6 faces. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, 5 and 6. And also we have face from the inside. We have 6 faces also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and the top one 6. So in this chapter we are not interested in finding the surface, in finding the area of the interior part. We are interested in finding only the outer part. That's why the word surface area come into play. So surface area is the measurement of total area of flat surface and curved surface of a 3-dimensional object. As you can see from the upper face, there are 6 faces. So surface area means we sum up all these faces, all the area of these 6 faces in case of cuboid. For other example like a cylinder, surface area, we are talking about this curve and these 2 covers, which is in the form of circle, which has 2 covers at both ends. It means we total all this area of the curve and area of these 2 circular covers. So next, volume. Volume is a measurement of space occupied by object. So once again, with the help of cuboid, this is a cuboid. As you can see, inside a cuboid it has a space, right? So we don't know about the volume. What is the volume of this cuboid? Unless we fill something in this cuboid until it's fully occupied. So that is the volume. So in this class I would like to discuss all the formulas of curved surface area, total surface area and volume of these 5 objects. First, let me start with a cuboid. Try to find the surface area of a cuboid and as well the volume. Surface area of cuboid. So this is a cuboid which has 6 faces. Okay, so to find the surface area, we have to consider all the 6 faces with the help of cutting this cuboid. So after cutting this cuboid, we will get 6 faces. And count 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. So as you can see, this face is in the shape of a rectangle. So we find all the area of these 6 rectangles and add them up to get the surface area of a cuboid. So this is surface number 1, which has dimension, length and breadth. That means length into breadth for surface number 1. Next, surface number 2. The same thing, we have dimension, length and breadth. That means area is length into breadth plus surface number 3. Surface number 3, which has a dimension, length and height. So the area is length into height, and surface number 4 is same thing only, length into height. And surface number 5 is breadth into height plus, and surface number 6 is breadth into height. So this is the same quantity. The first one and the second one is the same quantity. So add them up, get twice length into breadth. This one and this one same quantity. Add them up, you get twice length into height plus this also same quantity, breadth into height. So add, get twice breadth into height. So as you can see, 2 is common in all the 3 quantity. So we get twice length into breadth plus length into height plus breadth into height. This is the total surface area of a cuboid. So next, we find the volume of a cuboid. So volume of a cuboid. So this is a cuboid. In this case, we try to slice this box. Okay, this is a solid box, fully occupied space. So we try to slice this box, and as you can see, the dimension from here is length, height and breadth. So we try to slice this cuboid into h number of them. As you can see, from here up to here is h. So we try to slice this into h number of them. If we slice 1 from here, we get this much, which is in the form of a rectangular sheet. Slice once again, we get another rectangular sheet. When you finish slicing all this whole box, you will get something like this, right? There are h number of them, right? So to find the volume, as you can see, this is in the form of a rectangular sheet. That means the volume is nothing but the addition of all the area of this rectangular sheet. So there are h number of them. Suppose from here to here the h is equal to 10. That means you have to slice the box into 10 slices. We talk in general. That means from here to here is h number of them. So we slice only h number of them. Then we talk only small portion of a cuboid. Maybe this much. We'll try to find the volume of this much. How much is the volume? So up to this much, let me count how many slices are there. So number 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are 6 number of slices. Find all the areas and add them up. All the sheets are equal. So volume of a cuboid, there are 6 number of them here. So the dimension is length into breadth. Length into breadth 1, length into breadth, length into breadth plus length into breadth 1, 2, 3, 4, length into breadth plus length into breadth. There are 6 number of them here. So I add all these 6 areas. So how much will get? 6 length into breadth. So if you want to add more, one more length into breadth, that means you get 7 length into breadth. But we talk in general that there are h number of them. Let me add this area up to h number of them. There are h number of them. That means we get h into length into breadth. Let me rearrange. We get length into breadth into height. This is the volume of a cuboid. Next, the total surface area of a cube and volume of a cube. A cube is nothing but a special case of a cuboid in which all the sides are equal. So we try to bring this length, breadth and height in equal. That is cube. A cube. Total surface area of a cube. Actually, here length into breadth, length is equal to breadth and equal to height. Let me take it is equal to A. C. So total surface of area is nothing but twice length into breadth, breadth into height plus length into height. But all these quantity are equal to A. So we substitute all these quantity to A. And it means A into A plus A into A plus A into A. This is the same quantity. If you multiply same quantity with two quantity, you get A square plus A square plus A square. Add them up, since this is a same quantity, we get 3A square. 2 into 3, you get 6A square. This is the volume of a cube. Total surface area of a cube. Next, volume of a cube. Volume of a cube. From the cuboid, we get length into breadth into height. But in this case, length is equal to A, breadth is equal to A, height is equal to A. Substitute, get A into A into A, multiply them up, we get A cube. That is the volume of the cube. So next, a cylinder. So this is a cylinder. A cylinder which has height h, which also has a cover which is in the form of circle of radius r, which has both circle at both ends r. Right? Here we find first the curved surface. Area of cylinder. If you want to talk about the curved surface area of cylinder, first you must exclude these two circles. Exclude these two circles. Right? If you want to talk curved surface area, which means only this part, the curving part. Exclude this circle. So, to find the surface, the curved surface area of cylinder, by looking at this, it is very hard. But then I use this scissor to cut this thing. What will you cut? So I cut this cylinder. After cutting, we get a rectangular shape. So, this cylinder after cutting, what we will get is the form of a rectangle L into B. And what is this length and what is this breadth? Let me try to reform again this thing. Actually, this length is equal to this part. And what is this part? It is a part of a circle. And what is this? What is the length of this part? This is a part of circle. That means this length is nothing but a circumference of a circle. So this is a radius r. That means the circle. The circumference of this circle is twice pi r. That means L is equal to twice pi r. And what is this breadth? Actually, this breadth is equal to this part. Right? What is this part? It is the length of the cylinder. I mean, V is equal to H. So this is a rectangle. We know area of a rectangle is length into breadth, which is equal to length into breadth. And what is this L? Twice pi r into. And what is this V? H. You get it? Twice pi r H. This is the curved surface area of a cylinder. If we talk about total surface area of cylinder. If you want to talk about total surface area of cylinder, we have to consider the two circles, these two covers, right? So it's nothing but curved surface area plus there are two circles. I mean twice into area of circle. What is curved surface area? It is twice pi RH plus 2 twice. What is area of circle? It's nothing but pi r squared. You will get twice pi r into H plus r. This is the total surface area of a cylinder. Next, volume. Volume. Consider this cylinder, right? Which has cover. This is radius. This is of radius r, and this is of height h. As in the case of cuboid, to find the volume, we slice this object, right? This object should be, the space should be occupied, right? So we try to slice this much part. As the height of this object is h, so we try to slice this object into h number of them. Continuing on slicing this object, we'll get this kind of object, right? So let me take one piece. This is the form of a circle, right? So volume is nothing but the addition of all the areas of these circles. These circles are equal. So volume of cylinder, right? So as in the case of cuboid, let me take only a small portion of a cylinder, maybe this much, right? So I try to add this area. How much? First, let me count the circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. There are 6 number of them. So it is a circle. Then area is pi r square. So pi r square plus pi r square plus pi r square plus pi r square. 1, 2, 3, 4. More pi r square plus pi r square, right? So there are 6 number of them, and it is the same quantity. So add it up, you get 6 pi r square. If you want to add one more, you add here pi r square. So there are 7 number of them. So 7 come in this place, right? But we want to talk in general. There are h number of them. So add them up to h pi r square, right? There are h number of them. Add this quantity, you will get h, which is equal to pi r square. This is the volume of a cylinder. That's all for today. For the other two objects, let me discuss in the next class. Thank you so much.